All right, and welcome back to another episode of Across the Board. Today we'll be talking about the PGA Tour, and obviously we just came off the U.S. Open, a very fun tournament. Um, so now we'll be transitioning to the Travelers, not too far away from Shinnecock, and over at TPC Highlands, River Highlands. So yeah, it's a signature event. So obviously all the good players are playing, except Rory. No surprise there. But he's not playing this week. Um, so we will have a very, you know, top heavy field, a lot of great players, and it will be very, very competitive. It is our last signature event of the year as well, which is sad to see.
That's that.
Sad to see. Only one more major after this, and and then you just get to the
Been the
playoffs.
long wait.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but
But gonna
should
be
be a
fun
fun
stuff.
tournament this week.
Jaden said,
Yeah,
yeah, and I mean, as Jaden said, we're going to TPC River Highlands this week, not too far from Shinnecock Golf Club, and coming off again another great week at the U.S. Open. But coming to TPC River Highlands, what this course really demands, I mean, driving accuracy. The kind of stuff this course is going to demand this week is kind of what you were going to be demanding last week at Shinnecock. Obviously, not as difficult. Shinnecock on its own level. That was brutal. But driving accuracy being a big part. If you miss fairways at this golf course, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. And if you miss greens, you could also put yourself in some very bad spots. It could be very tough to get up and down. And you just kind of put yourself in some tough spots to really make birdies and really make a push up the leaderboard. You know, we've seen low numbers the past few years. So, I mean, I expect another low score this year. But, for the winner this week, I'm expecting a lot of driving accuracy on their part and a lot of greens hit, a lot of putts made, and just kind of your fundamental golf, fairways, greens, and make your putts, and you're bound for a successful week at TPC River Highlands.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a pretty scoreable golf course in terms of where they play throughout the PGA Tour schedule. The last 3 years, we've seen Keegan win at minus 15 last year, and the weather wasn't too great. The year before that, Scotty won at 22 under, and then Keegan in 2023 won at 23 under. Um, so, yeah, I mean, 15 under was the lowest score, was the highest score since 2021. That was 13 under. So yeah, it's a pretty scoreable course. It's something that these guys can get around pretty well and can attack, but it is all accuracy dependent. Um, it's a course that favors the more accurate players, and you got to be able to hit in the fairways, and you got to be able to hit it on the greens and just make some putts. And obviously, the guys we've seen win it, Keegan to the last 3 years, Scotty, Xander, Harris English, those guys have won in the past 5 years. They're all very accurate players. And so we tend to see those players, strive here at TPC River Highlands. And we'll expect that this week.
For sure. Going to be a fun week. I'm excited to see really how these guys play and really see how low these guys can go at TPC River Highlands. You look at your odds this week, we'll go through your top five. You got Scotty at plus 440, Xander Schauffele at plus 1,500, Tommy Fleetwood plus 1,600, Ludwig Oberg at plus 1,800, and Cam Young at plus 2,200. Those guys in your top five. And no surprise, Scotty's the favorite. We saw him last week make a push at Shinnecock and at the U.S. Open. I was really, I guess, encouraging to see him push for the top. And again, coming into this week, I'm still expecting good golf on his end. And being the favorite, it's no surprise to any one of us. You got Xander right behind him, a guy who, last week he even put himself in contention and kind of fell off the leaderboard through the past week. But we know what this guy has. We know what he can do, and he can put up some low numbers at TPC as well. But again, you look at you look at the leaderboard, you look at the players this week. A lot of big names, a lot of guys that could 100% win this weekend. I'm expecting a pretty pretty fun week at TPC.
For sure, for sure. No surprise that Scotty is favored. He's been playing great golf. Just hasn't been able to really complete a tournament and win it. All comes down to that first day. Um, but I can say now we can go on to who we think will win this week, and I guess I'll go ahead and start with my dark horses, which it was a lot of obviously only good players playing this week, really. I mean, there's so many players that you could possibly pick, and there's so many that I was looking through and trying to pick, but I think I've got my four. I'm gonna go with four guys as my dark horse, and then I'll pick my winner, and all plus 3,000 or more, like always. So we'll start with the obvious answer, um, which I'm surprised he's got plus 3,000. Uh, Wyndham Clark. Pretty simple. Wyndham Clark at plus 3,000. I don't know why I mean, not telling you to bet on it, but I don't know why you wouldn't at plus 3,000. This guy, I mean, he just won the US Open. Yes, he's not the most accurate driver of the golf ball. We did see him struggle with the driver last week, but he got away with it. His irons were great. Did the first two rounds, and in the last two rounds they weren't amazing, but his score game was incredible. So it could go back and forth, but he's been hot. I mean, 4 weeks in a row, he's won two tournaments in four of the last tournaments he's played. I can't see, you know, how this would be a great pick. Uh,
I think it's fun
I
you're
just,
in. Like, I'm not telling you to bet on him, but you should bet on him, is what it sounds like I'm
I
hearing
mean,
from
the
you.
man just won the
But
U.S. Open and he's plus 3,000. I mean, yeah, it's
yeah,
just
for sure, for sure.
it's insane. But he's been playing great, so all reason that he could win another one, especially if his putter stays hot. We'll again have to see better driving accuracy and a little bit better iron play, especially at TPC River Highlands. But he definitely could win this week. That goes on to our next guy, who is also a major winner this year, and surprising that he's that low. Aaron Rye at plus 5,000. Um,
Mhm.
Another guy that I'm surprised I mean, not surprising he's at 5,000, but definitely a guy who could win this week. I mean, he's very accurate. He's a very accurate golfer. He's one of the most accurate golfers on tour, if I'm not mistaken. And he's been playing great this year. I mean, obviously he won the PGA Championship. Um, he placed T11th last week at the U.S. Open, T19th at the Memorial. I can't, I can't say anything wrong about Aaron Ryan, why he couldn't win. He's been hot. He's one of the most accurate guys. Um, his driver's good. His irons are good. His short game's good. I mean, the man can definitely win. He's been on the Emperor. Plus 5,000
For sure.
is a great pick for
He
him.
was. I was hoping you would, because I mean, he was definitely one of my. He's definitely one of my dark horses. I mean, again, he's very accurate, and he plays for this golf course, so
Yeah,
and he's definitely one of my dark horses as well this week.
yeah. And then going on to the next guy at plus 6,000 as well. Uh, I mean, he's won it what 2 of the last 3 years. Keegan Bradley at plus 6,000. Um, I mean, really, he hasn't played his best golf this year, but he has not been playing bad, and he loves this golf course. He loves the tournament. The Travelers is legitimately what he calls his fifth major. He loves it. He plays it incredibly. He's won it 2 of the last 3 years. Why wouldn't I pick him to win this golf tournament again, or have a good enough chance to win it? Uh, he placed tied
100%.
32nd at the U.S. Open, tied 19th at the Memorial. Yes, again, he hasn't played great, but he's an accurate player. His putting's just kind of let him down. I mean, that's kind of been the deal for him. Um, and his driver it's been up and down. But again, man, the Travelers is his tournament. It's his favorite tournament of the year almost. I mean, plus 6,000, why not?
I'm gonna
And
add one
then
to your list. I don't know if you go
uh,
ahead and finish yours. You go ahead and finish yours. I don't know if
okay,
you're done yet. You go.
all right. Is last but not least a little bit of a, I don't know, maybe a little bit out there pick. Um, but he plays great at TPC River Highlands. He hasn't won it, but he's played really good, and he's one of the most accurate players on tour. Mainly because maybe he doesn't hit it as far as everybody else, but sitting at plus 6,000 as well. Brian Harman, and this isn't a name you've heard too much. Honestly, he hasn't had an incredible year for his standing. Obviously, he's won a major before. This isn't his best year, but he's still accurate. I mean, there's just he's such an accurate player off the tee, and it puts him in great spots to attack pins and get on the green and make putts. And he's a great putter when he's on. Also, he's placed inside the top 10 at the Travelers in his last 7 out of 8 times that he's played. An eighth, a ninth, a T second, a T eighth, a T fifth, a T eighth, a T sixth, and randomly in there in 2020 he got cut. But why not? The man plays great here. His game fits the course and what you need. He hasn't been playing great this year, but I think this is where he could turn around and he could get a win.
For sure. And gonna be a fun, like I said, a bunch of guys really in the dark horse spot that I think can win. I'm gonna add one more. A guy who played pretty well last week and who's got some accuracy. I'm gonna put Alex Fitzpatrick in that list. So brother of Matt Fitzpatrick.
Mhm.
This guy's pretty accurate. I
Like
think
him.
he could definitely make something happen at this golf course. And I think he's a pretty interesting dark horse and wouldn't be surprised to see him up top that leaderboard.
No, I definitely wouldn't. I thought about him for sure. I mean, he's a great player. He's very accurate. I did want to say just one more guy, just for the fun of it. Uh, Casimir Keith, good old Keith Mitchell. He played great this last week. I I would love to see him win the Travelers. Um,
I
he's
would too.
played great. I would not be surprised either. He's been playing good golf.
I mean, he's been playing good. And again, we got a fun week this week coming up, coming off the U.S. Open, but going to a signature event, the Travelers. Bunch of big names that could win it. And speaking of big names that can win it, it's time for us to pick our winners. Jay, would you like the honors? Pick who you think's going to win?
Do I want the honors? Um, hmm. I guess I'll do the honors. It's fine. Man, the only reason I hate going first is just because of the fact of I don't know if I'm gonna pick the same guy as you. I also might go with the easiest pick. Um, I I, I think I've gone with Scotty too many times to go back to him again because he's never won when I said he was going to win. And maybe that should tell me that I shouldn't pick him. But at the same time, I just know the week I don't pick him, he's gonna win. Like it's just more than likely gonna happen. I also just I don't know. There's a lot of guys on the list that I like for sure. Xander easily could be a guy. He's won the Travelers before. Why not? He's a very accurate guy. Tommy Fleetwood wouldn't be surprised. He had a chance last year, blew it on the last hole. Just a putt. Um, why not? He's a very accurate player. Ludwig, another guy, very accurate player. Hasn't had the best of years for him, but definitely has all the game to do it. Cameron Young. Like, there's so you can go on and on and on. Every single one of these players can obviously win this tournament, but I can't. Scotty is like he's he's like a I mean he's like a staring at the sun and you can't see anything else. You know, like it's right there and you can't stop looking at it. You can't pick it because it's just it it's I had to go. I'm sorry. I'm going Scotty. I think he can win it. I think the streak, the pattern of Keegan, Scotty, Keegan, Scotty is going to continue. This guy's going to win this year. So I don't know. He's just the most accurate. He's been great. He just hasn't got it done on the first day. Now, I'm hoping he gets it done on the first day. Because if not, I think it's like my fifth or
I
sixth
would
time I picked him.
I would like to tell you we do not have the same pick.
Well, I'm not too surprised with that, to be honest. I'm just not surprised I picked Scotty. Yeah.
Fair enough. But my guy I'm picking for this week, I'm taking Tommy. He had his chance last year. He finished behind
There
Keegan.
you
Should have won it, but he's very accurate. He's just too good to not be winning that much. Like it's just he's too good of a player to only have one PJ Tour win. You know what I mean? I mean, just he's too good of a player. I think this is his week. I think he shines, and I think he's going to walk out of the Travelers with a win. He's too good. Like, he's too good of a golfer to have one PJ Tour win. I think he adds to it this week.
fair enough. He's arguably the best player to ever win a major, active player. Um, Speaking of him, though, I did want to
I
mention
agree.
because I didn't mention his name, and I also think he could win this week. Is Sam Burns? I didn't even think about him, to be honest. Um, yeah, but again,
Would
there's
it make you
other
feel
players
better
that
if
I
I told
think.
you I was thinking of him either?
It doesn't make me feel better per se, but it's definitely a guy that I don't know how I missed until legitimately as I was thinking of it. Um, he's played decent at the Travelers. He hasn't played amazing in his last like six. I don't know. He played great at the US Open last week. I wasn't good.
Yeah, so may bring that play this week. So gonna be a fun week. We're excited. A lot of stuff going on around the sports world that a lot to cover, man. But doing our best to stay on it. We're excited for another week of golf. A lot of stuff to watch on TV though. MLB's on, and you got golf, and it's that time of year. So go watch all those. Football season's right around the corner. I mean, hey man, it's almost here. It is almost here. Saturdays on the couch, doing absolutely nothing for that 12 hours. I mean, buddy, doesn't get much better than that. Doesn't get much better than that. But that will do it for us here today. Thank you for joining us at Across the Board. If you haven't already, go follow us at Across the Board on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, TikTok, Instagram, all those good things for when we post new episodes and clips out. And that's going to do it for me. Jane, you want to have anything before we head on out?
Uh, Go watch the Travelers. Last senior tournament of the year. Go watch it. See who wins. And watch any sports.
Mm-hmm. A lot to cover. I'll have some stuff coming out this week with the NHL because, my goodness, the amount of trades going on right now, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. Crazy stuff. But go follow us. Go comment, share, like, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing, whatever your heart desires. And we hope to see you next time on Across the Board.